3 years ago, I built this thing, and it was pretty epic. But honestly, it didn't work that well. I'm back at it. Totally new concept. In the first video, we figured out how to take a bunch of cedar 4x4s and basically make a log cabin out of them and stack them all up. But now the real challenge is, can we get it to hold water, and can we get it hot? Let's find out. Made a bit of a mistake. And I kind of thought about this as I was building it. These bench supports were all the way up against the ground. So I'm trying to tighten these rods, right? But this was prohibiting it from tightening because it was almost like this is bolted into the wall and it's not allowing it to compress. So I'm taking these benches out and I'm gonna basically, super tight, I'm gonna cut down the bottom like I tried to in place on all these. That way we don't have that problem. So I learned from the first fill up that we have a couple heinous leaks, a couple big gaps, one being right there. So what I did is I made some cedar wood shims just out of the 2x4s. And I'm just gonna stick them in the gaps, kind of hammer it in, and then we'll cut it flush. And then we're gonna go ahead and silicone these wall joints and then all the way around the bottom. Probably could try different, more natural methods, like trying to just shim everything perfectly and maybe packing some sawdust and stuff, but I want this thing to be reliable. I don't want it to leak. Before you could see like a ton of daylight through these, and even now with a flashlight, a significant improvement. Just a little tiny bit of light versus the whole thing was light before. So the silicone will take care of that. Say hi, dog. She likes hot tubs. We need to build a cap because I keep cutting myself and other people are going to cut themselves on these, and now they're getting rusty. So I'm going to take this 2x4 material right here, just use these extra parts to trace out the holes, route out the washer plates, and then we'll basically put the cap on right over this and make it nice and seamless. We're gonna get to the stairs.
What are you doing? Are you filming me?
Oh, this kind of smells strong.
We're caulking. Alex has the caulking going.
I love this caulking.
Plumbing system. I wanted just to pump cold water out of the tub, through a pump, through my water heater, and then back in. But it got a little more complicated when I brought ChatGPT into the game here. And I found out you're not supposed to put chlorine water through these propane water heaters. It can just like corrode the copper element and all that stuff in there. So you want to keep it separate. And the way to keep it separate is to do two different loops. One loop is basically the chlorine water where it's coming out of the tub, down, through your pool pump. There's a bunch of filter balls in there that are washable. And then you'll see it goes into this box right here. This is called a heat exchanger. And pretty much the cold water is gonna flow into this heat exchanger and then flow back out, back into the tub. Only part of it though, right? And then I have a valve to control how much goes through the heat exchanger. And then the other loop, the part that actually flows through the water heater here, is a completely closed loop with just clean water in it. So basically water, very simply, will flow out of the heater into the heat exchanger, back around, recirculating pump, and then back into the heater, and just do that loop right there. You'll see that we caulked basically all of the seams on this thing, all of the vertical seams, both inside and outside. We had to cut back the bench a little bit to get down there properly, which is just a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then we're gonna hope that works, basically. If I would do this again, like people said in the comments on the previous video, I would recommend caulking between each ring of wood and then compressing it all down if you're worried about it leaking. If you don't really care if it leaks a little bit, like, I don't know if I care or not. I'm trying to decide. Like if y'all was on grass, like in a forest, I wouldn't really care at all. I would be like, okay, it's gonna leak for like a month and then it might actually fill up. So it kind of depends how you're doing it and what you're doing it. Like I wanted the challenge of trying to make this thing without any silicone, but just where I'm set up at, like, it doesn't really make too much sense. And it's kind of a waste of water just to let it continue to leak, hoping it will seal. But it should kind of self-seal over time as the wood swells. That's the idea, at least. That's why we did all these bolts, was to try to tighten it down naturally. So a little combo here. I have like some of it caulked now, but not every single transition. So depends on what you want to do. I've been making this cover out of 2-inch foam to try to minimize the amount of heat loss, because being as efficient as possible with heating this thing is definitely super important. You can see the benches are just barely going underwater now. So a little bit less than halfway there. Duck's about to start floating. And no leaks here, which is great. And this is because the wood is running parallel with the bottom. Where the wood runs perpendicular to the bottom, super minor situation there. A little bit coming through the logs. You can see there. Nothing I'm too worried about. This side has a little bit more. Looks like it's coming through the logs, and then maybe a little bit of something at the bottom, but nothing crazy. Like this is stuff that I think might seal up within a couple weeks. See there, a little bit, but much better than before. The whole idea is that we fully bleed all the air out of this. Electrical and water are super dangerous. It's awkward because I did that whole diatribe on how great my little closed loop system is. Well, you can see it's gone. That pump, way too loud and making way too complicated. Next day, you can see our duck is floating in our beautiful reddish orangish water. That's just the wood leaching. AI says that will go away and it's not harmful. I got rid of the closed loop like I was describing. It was just too complicated. That little recirculating pump started leaking. And then also I just wanted to avoid having an extra piece of electrical device in this system here. I'd rather just have just the pool pump, which is really made for this, versus the other one's more for like transferring water from a pond to something else. So one thing to plug in, a little bit safer and a little less complicated. Ideally, you don't want to run chlorine through this thing, but it should be fine. We've been heating for about, what would you say, Marcus? Hour-ish?
Hour 15?
Outcoming water is 144 degrees, which is about as hot as we want it. Water in the tub, we're gonna find out right now.
Oh, we've reached 100.
100.6.
It's oil. It's okay. Can we begin this?
Yeah. Dude, this is sick.
This is nice.
This is sick.
You really? Dude.
Wait, this is crazy. The other one never got nearly this warm.
Really? Yeah, I do.
Uh-oh. Electrical.
Oh no.
What does Mr. Duck say here?
Mr. Duck says 110.
The duck is very optimistic. When we first put it in the just room temperature water, it said it was already 90. So, and then if we want to turn off the pump, which I think we do, we can just turn this valve, which basically stops pumping enough water for the heater.
Shuts off?
Yeah, because there's not enough water now going through that to trigger the heater. All right, hot tub's built. I would say this project is done. So we need to do the next one now, and I need some help on what it should be. We can still see the steam like 30 minutes later. Kind of cool. So put down in the comments your craziest idea of what we can build, and the comment that I like the best, or the one that gets the most likes, we're gonna try to do it. Marcus, what's your rating out of 10?
8 out of 10. Honestly, works very well. That we sealed the sides.
This is
here.
take 2, by the way. The last take was just not appropriate for any kind of audience. So thank you, Marcus. We're just gonna cut you before you say anything else. Alex, what is your rating of the hot tub?
2 out of 10.
Okay, that's also what he said last time. Can you say something more positive for the algorithm?
Yeah. 3 out of 10.
Okay, we'll take that. That's a win. I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10. It could be a little bigger, but we used the material as efficiently as we could. Otherwise, it would have doubled the cost. So our knees are touching, and that's just fine. Thanks for watching. I can't hit the camera with my wet hand because my phone is broken on both sides. Please subscribe.